My mom said, "You can't buy happiness." She hasn't seen my piece. When I was growing up, Mom would always say that line whenever I mentioned money. "You can't buy happiness," she'd remind me as she handed over a stack of overdue bills, or when she stretched one pack of noodles into dinner for 3. I believed her for years because, honestly, we had no choice but to. We were broke, but we laughed. We were struggling, but we had each other. Then, somewhere between chasing jobs and burning out, I realized poverty wasn't noble. It was just exhausting. I used to live in a small apartment where I could hear my neighbors' fights through the paper-thin walls. The ceiling leaked every rainy season. My mattress sat directly on the floor, and every morning I'd wake up sore, surrounded by the sound of tricycles and vendors yelling. I worked 2 jobs then: call center at night, convenience store clerk in the morning. I'd skip meals just to save a few pesos. Every payday, I'd give most of it to Mom. She'd thank me with a tired smile, saying, "We'll be fine, anak. Happiness can't be bought." But happiness started to feel like a luxury only rich people could afford. One night, after another 16-hour shift, I collapsed on the floor. My hands were trembling, my chest tight. I realized I wasn't living. I was just surviving. That night changed me. I promised myself I'd never live like that again. I saved for months, taking every side hustle I could, selling old phones, editing videos, even doing voiceovers online. Slowly, I built a small online business. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. The day I made my first 100,000 pesos in profit, I cried. Not because of the number, but because it meant I could finally breathe. Last month, I bought a small house in the countryside. Nothing fancy, just 2 bedrooms, white walls, and a garden. The first morning I woke up there, the air smelled of grass and silence. No shouting neighbors, no car horns, just peace, real peace. Mom visited last weekend. She walked around the house, her slippers tapping softly on the tiled floor. She stopped by the porch where I had a hammock hang. Birds were singing. The sun was gentle. She took a deep breath and said, "Ang tahimik dito, anak. You look happy." I smiled and handed her a cup of coffee. "You used to say you can't buy happiness," I said. "Maybe not, but you can buy time, space, and rest. And sometimes that's what happiness needs." She laughed softly, looking at the mountains beyond the fence. "Maybe you're right," she said. "You bought your peace." That night, after she went to bed, I sat outside watching the stars. The same stars I used to see through the cracks in our old roof, but this time, I wasn't worried about tomorrow. I wasn't counting coins or debts. I was just still, free. And as the crickets sang and the night breeze brushed my skin, I thought about all the things money actually did buy. It bought me the ability to care for my mother instead of watching her break her back cleaning houses. It bought me time to sleep, to cook, to breathe. It bought me choices. The kind of choices we never had when life was all about survival. Now, when Mom visits, she brings plants for the garden. We spend our mornings watering them together, laughing about the old days when we used to save rainwater in buckets. Sometimes, she teases me, "So, anak, how much did this happiness cost?" I grin and say, "Just a few sleepless nights and a lifetime of lessons." And maybe that's the truth. Happiness isn't something you buy at once. It's something you build piece by piece, once you finally have enough peace to make room for it. My mom was right. You can't buy happiness, but sometimes you can buy the things that let happiness in.